Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Zenaton, and welcome to today's video for Legends of Runeterra. We got a few more cards today for the upcoming event. The Ruination event, Sentinels of Light event, whatever you want to call it. The event where we're going to get Viego, in other words. But we got a few new cards. Going to be a very short video, though, probably, because we only got two cards. I believe yesterday we also only got two cards, but I talked a lot about, like, the Ruined Reckoner or something, so it is actually a somewhat long video. Probably going to be a shorter video today, unless I ramble on like I always do, but I don't really know how much I'm going to ramble. But yeah, we got two cards today. One Targon card, one Piltover and Zon card. And unlike yesterday, where I thought both cards were a little mediocre, I honestly think both of these cards are decent. And honestly, one of them I think is actually really, really good, the Targon card. But yeah, enough of me rambling, because I don't want to make this video too long because it's only literally two cards. Let's look at the cards. So, okay. What should we talk about first? Let's talk about Frightened Ibex first. Ibex. 1 mana, 1/2. When I'm supported, give me and my supporting ally +1/+1 this round. No, like, relevant tribe, no, like, Elna, Poro, whatever tribe, so, irrelevant to that, but this card's really good. I think. Maybe it's not because it is only temporary. I'll say that. But I still think this card is good. I also really, really like how I'm not sure there might be another support card, but I think this is the first support card that buffs the unit that is supporting it, is what I'm trying to say. Like, it'll get the buff from whatever support buff it gets from whoever the supporter is, like Taric or whatever. And then the Ibex itself will give a buff to whoever's supporting it. So I like that. That's really, really nice. I really like this card, especially because, in my opinion, support decks kind of were wanting for one drops. Unless they went into Demacia. So you had like Flower Child if you were in Ionia, which is pretty good, getting like a 1/2 that gets +2/+0 every time it gets supported. Like, that was pretty good. It was basically Greenglade Caretaker, but for support instead of Barrier. If you go into Demacia, you get things like Fleet Feather Tracker. I think that's the name of the card. The 1 mana 2/1 that will get Challenger when you summon another unit. Like, that was an okay card too because it plays well with support. Like, that into Young Witch was pretty cute. But like, if you would do that, like playing Young Witch, Fleet Feather, you would be Ionia Demacia. So you would be cutting out Targon. And if you wanted to play a Fleet Feather, that means you have to be Demacia. And if you want to play, like, say, Lulu, you have to be Ionia. So that would put you into Demacia, Ionia, not Targon. And a lot of the time, a lot of people wanted to be in Demacia because of the Fleet Feather, because it was a good solid 1-drop for a Lulu deck. Now, though, because of Frightened Ibex, there's another decent 1-drop for support decks and a reason to not necessarily play Demacia, in my opinion. Now we can maybe do like Ionia Targon, like a Taric Lulu deck. So you'll have like Flower Child and Ibex, Young Witches, etc., etc. No War Chef, though, kind of sucks, but War Chef's kind of mediocre. But yeah, I'm a really big fan of this card. I think it's great. Even outside of Lulu, Taric's fine with this. Maybe like, well, never mind. I was gonna say Jinx Lulu, but that's Ionia PNZ, so never mind, because that's actually kind of a thing. But yeah, I like the card. Not sure just how good it is, but it does really help because I feel like support decks are very tempo oriented. This helps keep support units alive, if that makes sense, because a lot of the time you'll attack in with your support unit and whoever's getting supported, and your opponent, if they can only block one, will usually block the support unit if they can kill it, of course. Like, think like Mentor of Stones or something. But yeah, pretty sweet card. There's already some decent combos here, like turn 1 Frightened Ibex, turn 2 Young Witch. That's already what? Like, have the Young Witch buff the Ibex will buff the Young Witch. That's like 5 damage, I think? Or 4 damage. I can't actually think now. hold on. So like Young Witch is 1, Ibex is another 1. Young Witch gives another 1. Ibex gives another 1. So that's only 4 damage? Maybe? Whatever. I mean, 4 damage on turn 2 is pretty decent. So, I don't know. I think the card's good. I think it's playable. I think it's a very solid card. Not sure if this is gonna really help out, support enough. But yeah, whatever. I don't know. I feel like the problem with support is it just feels like it's trying to be both an aggro and a mid-range deck, and it doesn't really feel like, whenever I've played it, to do either really well. Like, sure, Taric's fine. Lulu's okay, but I've never been really amazed by any of them. Anyway, though, enough of me bashing support and the support archetype. The next card, Defective Swap Bot, the PNZ card. 4 mana, 4/3, playability. Swap my stats with another unit. So it's a playability, so you can react to it before it happens, so it's not a, well, burst speed kind of thing like Spirit Leech or whatever. So that's a little bit of a negative, that your opponent can interact with it, counter it, whatever, mess with stats first before the switch. They could technically, I guess, even like maybe shrink their own unit before the stat switch happens. Also, but yeah, you can swap with either friendly or enemy units, so that's also something really important, I think, to keep track of. Being able to swap with something big like a big Nasus, They Who Endure, or something. I actually have no idea if it will work the way I think it would with Nasus. Like, would this card, when you play it and target Nasus, would it turn Nasus into a 4/3? And would the defective swap bot get a bunch of stats, basically all the stats of Nasus? Or would it just set Nasus's base stat line to 4/3 and Nasus would get even bigger because of all his slay triggers? I don't actually know. The way I think it will happen is you will play the swap bot, you'll swap stats with Nasus, and Nasus will be a 4/3, and he'll get +1/+1 every time he slays from there, but he won't get all of his slay triggers. But maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm dumb, I have no idea. Again, Riot wording, it's always weird, it's kind of hard to see how it works, but maybe they've confirmed it somewhere how it works or whatever. Also, another quick thing, like I said earlier, you can put the stats onto your own unit, so that's pretty cute. Put it on like an elusive. PNZ does decently with elusives, and I know you can say like, well, you can use Suit Up instead. Yeah, I guess, but like, 1, extra redundancy is nice, and 2, this does leave behind a body. Sure, I guess you can't like play this at burst speed, and it is interactable with like deny and stuff compared to Suit Up, and Suit Up sometimes costs 2 mana. I don't know. I think it is pretty good though. So yeah. I don't really, as much as I think like Swap Bot is good, I don't think it's going to be competitively playable, but I could see like a weird elusive deck playing this, and maybe if it does work the way with Nasus that I think it will work, maybe it'll be played as a tech card against like Nasus, Endure, and just big stuff in general decks. So yeah. Really, really impressed by Ibex. I'm not even a big support player. Swamp Bot seems pretty interesting too, so that's cool. But yeah, that's it. I don't really think I have much to say besides that. Not much to talk about here. Only literally 2 cards. I did say I was hoping to see some Targon cards, but I'll be honest with you, I was hoping for a Targon control card, but at least the card's strong, right? Anyway, though, that's gonna be it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you know how SwapBot works and it doesn't work the way I think it will work. If you know, I'd love if you could tell me or enlighten me. Maybe you think it's busted. Maybe you think Ibex is great. I'd love to hear any kind of deck ideas you got brewing down in the comments below as well. And if you guys just enjoy the video in general, I would love it if you could leave a like or a comment down below in the comments. Also, if you want to keep up with the Legends of Runeterra content, you can always go and subscribe to the channel. Also, yeah, if you want to watch me play some Legends of Runeterra, you can always go and check me out on Twitch over at twitch.tv/Zenaton. I stream there pretty much every single day. Anyway, though, with that all said and done, thank you all again once more for watching this video. And until I see you guys in the next one, bye.